with the screen going black and original Kanan saying, "You're going to say what?" After what looks to be a young Kanan removing his own mother, Rack, the queen of Southside Jamaica Queens, raising Kanan Season 4 came to a dramatic close. However, Season 4 ended on a cliffhanger because it didn't really depict what transpired, and we won't know for sure whether Rack is dead or alive until the start of Season 5. However, bear in mind that the South Side won't be the same when the Raising Kanan social media accounts shared the episode 10 trailer with the caption. Additionally, Lou, Marvin, and Unique all made it to Season 5 because there were no other significant deaths in this episode. The major incident that occurred in this episode that changed the South Side was Rack's death. All of the lies that Rock has told Kanan over the course of the 4 seasons of Raising Kanan have culminated in Kanan no longer believing anything that Rack says and thinking the worst about her. Believing that everyone he ever cared about has been taken away by her. In order to prevent her from harming anyone else he cares about, he must now remove her. Kanan told his grandmother Joyce that she would have to forgive him for something he was going to do when he visited her grave in this episode. Going back to Season 2 of OG Power, Kanan told Ghost and Tommy that he had gone to see his mother before heading straight to Ghost Penthouse. Now, it appears that he was discussing going to the location of her grave. In addition to the fact that they have already shown him visiting his grandmother's grave site, it also seems that he killed Rock at the end of the episode. This would also explain why, after Kanan said he went to see his mom's, neither Ghost nor Tommy replied, so they went directly there. And if Kanan really did take his mother out because Snaps and Pop had told him lies to hide their own wrongdoing and increase their share of the spoils. The play that Kanan made in Power with Tarek is a lot like this. Kanan had previously witnessed this play being used against him. However, compared to Tarek and Ghost, this circumstance is even worse. Kanan didn't fabricate any falsehoods about Ghost. He just told Tarek all of Ghost's lies. In the end, the entire Ray situation compelled Tarek's hand to remove Ghost from the board. However, Rock Slice had gradually come to light with Kanan. He also stated that he would forgive her for everything, including removing Famous. However, Kanan's belief that Rack was responsible for Crystal's downfall was what ultimately drove him insane. In addition to the fact that Rack was among the last to see Crystal, Detective Garcia informed Jukebox that there was a woman who essentially fit Rock's description. Pop Henry, the woman in question, was spotted leaving the apartment where Crystal was murdered. Remember what Crystal said to Pop just before he smoked her. She claimed that Kanan was so upset with Rack that he blamed her for all of his negative experiences. As a result, Crystal informed Pop that Kanan would also hold Rock accountable for Crystal's passing, in addition to knowing who to blame for Famous's murder. However, as Crystal mentioned, Kanan believes that Rack is to blame for all of his negative experiences. Kanan naturally accused Rack of killing Crystal, as he had done with everything else. Kanan entered the room with his strap already pointed at her in the final scene of Season 4, while Rack was talking to Lou about their next play in their war with Unique. He had just finished setting fire to the stores where they had relocated their work, and he asked Rock why she killed her, telling Rack that the police had stated it was her. As usual, Rack informed Kanan that the police were mistaken. Additionally, Rack vowed to Kanan that she didn't murder Crystal and that Kanan was the most important thing in her life. After that, Rack declared to Kanan that he was and always would be her life. Additionally, if this is Rack's last episode, she revealed this to Kanan in the first episode of the series when she was attempting to persuade him to enroll at Stenson. Since he would be separated from Rack, Kanan was reluctant to go. For Kanan, Rack added, "When he flies, she flies." However, Kanan is currently so furious with Rock that he is unable to look past his feelings. Dean agreed, telling Rack that she didn't care about him. Furthermore, I think this was the biggest lie Kanan believed out of all the others. However, Rack has a lot of regrets about her actions, some of which, as she stated, were done to protect Kanan, such as having Lou put down Dwiz. In the first episode of the season, Rack even said that although Kane might stop loving her, she would always love him. OG Kanan discussed not displaying emotion at the start of the episode because of this. Snap and Pop took advantage of Kanan's continued emotional instability to control him. Kane continued by accusing Rack of killing Famous as well, claiming that she had his mind so screwed up that he was willing to overlook it and that he even made up reasons in his own mind for why she might have killed Fong. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more videos.